तो मैं आपके माध्यम से यही बोलूँगा। और अभी एक बार 2 मिनट का मैं समय, 5 मिनट का समय दे दो, हम आपस में मध्यस्थता करके आप लोगों को सारे सवालों के जवाब देंगे। अभी
ठीक है,
2 मिनट का समय चाहिए हमें।
यहीं से आप कर लेना, 2 मिनट।
जी बिल्कुल, यहीं से देंगे, 2 मिनट का समय चाहिए हमें।
मीडिया कर्मी को देखो, ये तो सब पता होगा, बताने की जरूरत नहीं है कि ओलंपिक में कितने मेडल आए थे रेसलिंग के। वो 70%, 79% ही पता चल जाएगा ओलंपिक में कितने मेडल आए हैं। सिल्वर मेडल ओलंपिक में किसका था? रवि दैया, वो यहाँ है। ब्रॉन्ज मेडल किसका था? वो यहाँ है। पार्टिसिपेट वाला यहाँ है। तो जो कल हमें बार बार ना बताना पड़े, कल 97% उनके साथ थे, तो वो कहाँ है? इसी से अंदाजा लगा लो। इस चीज का हमें, शायद आप लोगों को सबको पता है कि ओलंपिक में मेडल किस किस के आए थे, कौन कौन पार्टिसिपेट करे थे, और वो पार्टिसिपेट करने वाले वो मेडलिस्ट सारे मंच शेयर करके बैठे आपके सामने। तो हमें बार बार ये ना बतानी पड़े कि आप लोगों को कि वो कितने परसेंट थे, और आप बेशक मत पूछो, आप अंदाजा लगा लो। अब परसेंटेज हमारे पहलवानों को कम निकालनी आती है, आप निकाल दो। परसेंटेज आप निकाल लो। हमने ये बता दिया जो मेडलिस्ट थे ओलंपिक में पार्टिसिपेट थे वो सारे यहाँ बैठे हैं। अब परसेंटेज आपकी जिम्मेवारी है। नहीं, परसेंटेज मीडिया वाले आप निकाल लेंगे, हमारे से बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है जी। हम तो 5वीं में छोड़ दिए थे घर क्या ने, अग जाओ खाड़े में, और फिर नो ना मेरा किताब कित गई, हम कित गए। मास्टर ने पूछा करता, बुला रहे तू लिख भी देगा के, मगा जी आंगली हटकी तो लिखा भी नहीं जागा। तो हम तो नो पास होगा रे। हाँ, सीधी सी बात है, परसेंटेज मीडिया निकालेगा ना जब देखेगा। हम तो ये कह रहे हैं, आप लोगों ने ये हमारे से ज्यादा पता है, आप पढ़े लिखे हो। हम स्पोर्ट्स में, हमारा रेसलिंग में तो ये कहना था, अगर यार पहलवान कह दिया बोले फिर मुंह रखने की क्या जरूरत थी। हम तो उस समाज से निकले उठा, तो कोई चिंता नहीं है। पर हमने, और एक चीज दूसरी इसके साथ और भी आती है, जब आप डॉक्टर के पास जाते हो ना, डॉक्टर ने कहता भाई 6 बादाम पिया, तो गोट के पिया कर दिमाग चलने लग जाएगा। और हम 150 हाँ, थोड़ा सा वो अपने आप सोच लियो है भाई। जब आप जमाना था
ठीक है।
Right, the wrestlers there issuing a stern message not to politicize the issue. Also, they seem united in their message, which they say the Federation's job is to support the players, take care of their sporting needs. So if there is a problem, it has to be solved. In fact, Bajrang Punia's words were, what does one do if the Federation itself creates the problem? Punia also said that these wrestlers will not back down. Now, for the latest from Jantar Mantar, let's go across to my colleague Vedant Agarwal, who's live with us at the moment. Vedant, give us a sense of the atmosphere in Jantar Mantar currently.
Well, Parmeshwar, the protests are gaining momentum. If I can just ask my camera person to show you, images live from Jantar Mantar here, sloganeering. They're making very important points here in their protests. Of course, we heard Bajrang Punia and Vinesh Phogat both say that this is not a political protest. Let's not politicize it, but instead stick to our message, which is that athletes should be given their rights. Of course, that is something that they've reiterated time and again. In fact, we also tried to reach out to Brijbhushan Singh, and in fact we are being told he's flying off to Lucknow. He's not commenting or he's not reacted to these protests here in the national capital, which continue to gain momentum. In fact, if I can also ask my camera person to show you the number of wrestlers who have in fact joined us live, who have joined the protests here. And today we are seeing that it's not just Olympians, but also various championship medalists as well who have come here, and all of them saying that it's enough. Remember, because in 2019 also we saw a bit of protests where they were saying that there are irregularities in the Wrestling Federation of India. So of course now they're saying that they've suffered enough and it's time to actually speak up for their rights. In fact, the most important thing right now is what the sports ministry actually does, and when does the sports ministry actually direct the Olympic Association, the Indian Olympic Association, to suspend the federation and conduct re-elections, because that is something which is very important, because there are serious allegations levelled at the president of the Wrestling Federation of India. In fact, there are many international, national wrestlers who have joined the protests here. Sir, आप ही बताइए आप लोगों की क्या मांगे हैं इस समय?
ये सबसे पहले मैं इंडिया न्यूज
वो जी अभी बात करके आपको वही बताएंगे, सरकार की तरफ से आई है मध्यस्थता करने के लिए। आप कर लो बात।
ये सभी ध्यान दे भाई, एक दो मिनट का टाइम दे, शांति बना रखे। सरकार की तरफ से बबीता फोगाट जी को भेजा गया है, अगर कोई बात हुआ उनका कोई संदेश लेके आई है, ये आपस में बात कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद में आप लोगों से बात करी जाएगी। तब तक आप शांति बनाए रखें।
भाई सुन ले रहे, एक मिनट भाई, या लड़ाई लड़न तैयार है ना, शांत हो जाओ यार, मौन हो जाओ।
Right. The players there are being harassed by imposing arbitrary laws, is what the allegation is from the wrestlers. Do remember the Wrestling Federation of India is headed by Brij Bhushan Singh, who's a Lok Sabha MP from the ruling BJP and is the president of WFI. As Vedant mentioned, the protest in New Delhi's Jantar Mantar is gaining momentum with our top wrestlers in attendance there. We are expecting Bajrang Punia to speak shortly, but they have issued a stern message not to politicize this current issue. But the wrestlers are united in the message. They say the WFI's job is to support the players and take care of their sporting needs. So if there's a problem, it has to be solved. And in Bajrang Punia's words, what does one do if the federation itself creates the problems? These wrestlers are standing their ground. They say they are not going to back down this time around. Right, breaking news just coming in the Lakhimpur case. The top court has reserved the order on Ashish Mishra's bail. The Lakhimpur accused Ashish Mishra's bail plea is currently being heard in the Supreme Court, as we mentioned. The Supreme Court, though, has clearly said there should not be indefinite jail. This is the latest update we can share with you as far as the Lakhimpur case is concerned, which was underway in the Supreme Court. Now the top court has reserved the order on Ashish Mishra's bail. The latest news coming in currently. Earlier, the UP government had opposed the bail for Junior Home Minister's son. The bail plea was, of course, in the Lakhimpur case, as we've been tracking. Do remember, Ashish Mishra is the main accused in the murder of farmers in 2021. Now, Mishra did get bail last year from the Allahabad High Court, but the bail was later cancelled by the Supreme Court. But Mishra applied for bail afresh. Now, Mishra's lawyer, he claims the trial could take 7 to 8 years. The lawyer in court had said the accused was not at the spot during the incident. The lawyer for the victims, meanwhile, said the bail should not be granted. Now, breaking news coming in, the top court has reserved the order on Ashish Mishra's bail. Let's go across to my colleague Alok Pandey for the latest. Alok, what details can you share with us currently?
Well, I think from the Supreme Court, the detail that can be shared is that the court has reserved the order, meaning at some point of time it's going to decide whether there is a case fit enough for Ashish Mishra, the son of the Junior Home Minister, to be granted bail or not. But I think our viewers would benefit if we also go back to the history of the case and see why it is such an important case, which is being heard in the Supreme Court for the second time, and I'll give that detail. So if you remember, in October 2021, Ashish Mishra and his associates were accused of running down four farmers and a journalist, murdering them in Uttar Pradesh's Lakhimpur Kheri. A farmers' protest was taking place. The Junior Home Minister's convoy had passed through the area, and it is an accusation that these people got into an SUV, came back, murdered these farmers, and then brazenly were not arrested for a full week before a lot of pressure was exerted by the media, by farmers' organizations, and by the Supreme Court of India before these people could be arrested. Now, Ashish Mishra continued to remain in jail as a special investigation team of the UP police carried out the investigation in the case. But early last year, the Allahabad High Court actually granted bail to Mishra. And that was something that was opposed vehemently by farmers' organizations, by the witnesses in the case, and there are over 200. And there have been accusations in the last year about how many of these witnesses have been threatened, have been intimidated, and that is something that is the crux of the issue. Here is the son a powerful son of a very powerful politician, somebody who has not hesitated to even, be aggressive against the media when that minister has been asked questions on the Lakhimpur case. And the lawyers for the victims have always said that, look, if this man is out on bail, then there is a problem. There is a problem that the witnesses may be intimidated. There is a problem that the case will not proceed as it should in due course of law. Now, what happened after the Allahabad High Court granted bail was that the victims went to the Supreme Court and that bail was cancelled. However, things have changed a bit since then. A charge sheet is before the trial court. The trial court has told the Supreme Court that it will take at least 5 years for the case to actually be heard, because there are over 200 witnesses, like I said, and there are heaps of documents that need to be examined. Now, the case is back before the Supreme Court because Ashish Mishra's lawyers have gone there and said that, look, he can't be in jail, indefinitely. He has to be given bail at some point of time. He will cooperate with the investigation and not intimidate witnesses. Dushyant Dave, the lawyer who appeared for the farmers and the journalist who was killed, said that, look, it is a heinous crime. You cannot give him bail. If you give him bail, he'll come out, he'll intimidate witnesses. It will be against the interests of justice. These arguments were heard by the Supreme Court. There were some interesting observations from the court itself. The court asked how somebody could be kept in jail, indefinitely, and whether that was the natural course of justice that should happen. But the order has been reserved right now, so one waits to hear whether the powerful son of the junior Home Minister actually gets bail in the case or whether he continues to remain in jail. I think we'll know whenever the Supreme Court pronounces the order.
Alok, as always, thank you so much for breaking down the details for us. With that, we're stepping into a very short break. Up next, right. I'm told Sakshi Malik is currently addressing the wrestlers and the press conference in Jantar Mantar. So instead of taking a break, let's listen in to Sakshi Malik and what she has to say.
Hello. सबसे पहले तो यहाँ पे आए सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। खासकर जो है लड़कियां, कुश्ती करने वाली और लड़के जिन्होंने इतना साथ दिखाया है, इतना समर्थन दिखाया है, तो आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और अभी जो बातचीत है वो ये है कि बबीता आई है सरकार की तरफ से और उन्होंने अपनी बात रखी है और हमने अपनी पूरी बात रखी है और बबीता ने जो है वो आश्वासन दिलाया है कि वो हम खिलाड़ियों के साथ हैं, क्योंकि वो खुद एक अर्जुन अवार्डी हैं, ओलंपियन हैं और अच्छी रेसलर रही हैं, तो बिल्कुल हमारे साथ है। और आश्वासन दिलाया कि मैं जाके सरकार से बात करूंगी और आपकी मांगे रखूंगी और पूरा भरोसा दिला रहे हैं कि वो हमारी बात जैसा चाहते हैं वैसा वो करवा देंगे। और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात यह है कि हमारा ये धरना जब तक चालू रहेगा, जब तक सब कुछ क्लियरिटी भी नहीं आ जाता, चाहे वो आज तक हो, कल हो या 10 दिन तक चले, पर हमें बबीता पे पूरा भरोसा है कि वो हमारा साथ देके सरकार तक हमारी सारी मांगे जो है पूरी करवाएंगे। थैंक यू बबीता। इनकलाब, इनकलाब, अभी नहीं तो अभी बबीता जी आपसे बताएंगी कि
क्योंकि जो आप सब भी जानते हैं कि मैं भी देख रही थी कल से सारी चीजें और मेरे भी संज्ञान में था, ऐसा नहीं था कि मैं इनके कांटेक्ट में नहीं थी या मैंने जानने की कोशिश नहीं की, लेकिन आज मैं इन सब के बीच में पहुंची हूं सिर्फ इसीलिए क्योंकि मैं कुछ भी होने से पहले एक खिलाड़ी हूं। और दूसरी एक चीज, आज जो भी कुछ है ये बबीता फोगाट जो नाम दिया हुआ है ये मेरी कुश्ती ने दिया हुआ है और आप पूरे देशवासियों का दिया हुआ नाम है। और इसी की वजह से मैं चाहती थी कि आप लोग, मेरे जितने भी यहाँ पे बहन भाई सब बैठे हैं, जितने भी कुश्ती के जो प्रेमी हैं, कुश्ती खिलाड़ी हैं, ये मेरी कुश्ती की जान है, यहाँ पे बैठे हैं और इन सब के सपोर्ट में भी आज मैं कोशिश करूंगी कि इनकी समस्या का मैं समाधान जरूर निकलवा दूं। ये मैंने इनको विश्वास भी दिलाया है कि हमारी सरकार आपके साथ है और यहाँ तक कि हमारी सरकार ने अब तक आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कि उनको 72 घंटे का टाइम भी दे दिया है जवाब देने के लिए, ये एक्शन भी ले लिया है।